Welcome to Fluent English Grammar in 10 minutes a day. The English articles a, an, and the. Lesson 2. If you'd like to follow along with us in the book, go to Chapter 2, beginning with rule using a and an with singular count noun. If you'd like to get our books, click on the links in the description below. Chapter 2. English articles a and an. In this section, you will learn the rules for using the English articles a and an. Listen to the rules for usage and the explanations. After each explanation, there are examples to help reinforce the correct use of the article in common English sentences. At the end of each chapter, we will review what we learned. We will also have short reviews of what we learned during certain parts of each chapter. You will hear each example spoken twice. You can practice and reinforce your knowledge by repeating the examples along with the teacher. In the background, you may hear other students in our beautiful outdoor cafe who will join me later for an English lesson. If you like, get yourself a cup of coffee or tea, and then let's begin. Chapter 2. English articles a and an, rules, explanations, and examples for correct usage of a and an. Rule. Use a and an with singular count nouns, using an with vowel sounds and a with consonant sounds. Sometimes count nouns are called countable nouns. Note: it's very important to understand that you use a if the noun that follows begins with a consonant sound, like K or T or S. Use an if the noun that follows begins with a vowel sound, like I or O or U. For example, the student has a pencil. The student has a pencil. The child has an ice cream cone. The child has an ice cream cone. The doctor will be finished in an hour. Now, note that hour, H-O-U-R, begins with a consonant, but it has an before it. And the reason why is because the word hour, H-O-U-R, is pronounced like our, O-U-R. And because it is pronounced like it has a vowel in the beginning of the word an is used. The doctor will be finished in an hour. Now you try. Fill in the blank. The boy has blank egg sandwich. Again, the boy has blank egg sandwich. A, an, or blank. The boy has an egg sandwich. The boy has an egg sandwich. Number 2. Don't use a and an with plural nouns. Don't use a and an with plural nouns. Examples of what not to do. I ate an apples for lunch. I ate an apples for lunch. This is not correct. The correct form is I ate apples for lunch. I ate apples for lunch. Another example. I bought a computers yesterday. This is not correct. I bought a computers yesterday. This is not correct. The correct form is, I bought computers yesterday. Now you try. Fill in the blank. We ate blank bananas for breakfast. Again. We ate blank bananas for breakfast. A, an, or blank. We ate bananas for breakfast. We ate bananas for breakfast. Number 3. Use a or an to mean for each or per. Use a or an to mean for each or per. Remember, use a before consonant sounds and an before vowel sounds. For example, how much money do you make at your job? How much money do you make at your job? I make $50 an hour. I make $50 an hour. Another example. Another example. How many people arrive at the airport every day? How many people arrive at the airport every day? Over 3,000 people a day arrive at the airport. Over 3,000 people a day arrive at the airport. Now you try. Fill in the blank. How many students take this exam every week? How many students take this exam every week? More than 40 students blank week take this exam. More than 40 students blank week take this exam. More than 40 students a week take this exam. More than 40 students a week take this exam. Number 4. Use a before the words few or little to mean some, but not many or much. Again, use a before the words few or little to mean some, but not many or much. For example, how much longer do we have to wait before this train arrives? How much longer do we have to wait before this train arrives? We have a few minutes more to wait. We have a few minutes more to wait. Note, use the word only or just plus a plus few or little to emphasize the meaning not much or not many in the sentence. Again, this is a special note. Use the word only or the word just plus a plus the word few or little to emphasize the meaning not much or not many in the sentence. For example, I'm really late. How much longer do we have to wait before this train arrives? I'm really late. How much longer do we have to wait before this train arrives? The train should be here in only a few minutes. The train should be here in only a few minutes. Or, the train should be here in just a few minutes. The train should be here in just a few minutes. Be patient, just a little longer. The train should be here soon. Example 2. Be patient, just a little longer. The train should be here soon. Another special note. When you want to express almost none, in a sentence using the words few or little, then do not use an article. Let me read that again. When you want to express almost none using the words few or little, then do not use an article. For example, he is very hungry. He has had little to eat since yesterday. The meaning of this is he has eaten almost nothing since yesterday. Again, the meaning is without the article, he has eaten almost nothing since yesterday. Another example, he is very lonely. He has few friends, meaning he has almost no friends. Again, he is very lonely. He has few friends, meaning he has almost no friends. Now you try, fill in the blank. Jim has 50 cents. Jim has blank little money. Jim has 50 cents. Jim has blank little money. A, an, or blank. Jim has a little money. Jim has a little money. It's also possible to say in this sentence that Jim has little money. Jim has little money, meaning he has almost nothing. If you say that Jim has a little money, that means he has something in his pocket, 50 cents. To some people, 50 cents is a little money. You can buy a package of chewing gum, for example. To other people, that means almost nothing. So it depends on who you are. Jim has a little money means that he has something in his pocket.
Try numbers 2, 3, and 4 on your own, and let's see how you do.
Nothing.
New lessons every week, so please don't forget to like and subscribe.